Coach, the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Sit down! 180! 18. Alert! Hey! Nice step, guys!
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Let's get in there. Here, Mike. Here, Mike. He's coming. We got double up.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Back north. Check Mike 45. Hey, Echo.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check 45 to Mike.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Inside.
Time to go, 9. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. I got one.
Bravo.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And it's complete. This is Austin Prohl. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Game situation. Let's go. 45.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Here we go.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check three.
Look at you.
57 to Mike.
Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
44. Hey.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, 76 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the #1 thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
Now after the arrow to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Alert 3.
Over.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
I got 61. Matchbox light.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 30.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 45.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. This complete to Jones. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Green 18, go to 50. Watch the safety creep. Big gas, big gas, big gas. Right.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer 1st. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
25, check 25, check 25.
Jumbo.
Check 13, check 13.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Shit.
Greystone travel.
Hey, switch gears.
Now, Liz.
Well, the shotgun to give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Hey, orbit.
They run. It's Williams. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brings up 2nd and 8
right there.
at the
Coming to you, coming to you.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 13-yard line.
Hey. We got three.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have two remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers, he sets to into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Here's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, but now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, 88.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what... Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll run it with Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12. At the 36
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Again, it's Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 28. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
56.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front. The extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Steps away to his left. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cohen. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Come on, D.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, and now it's 3rd down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Check 56. Come on, D.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Trubisky will throw. It's complete to Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point up and through. And that will extend this big lead. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Any weapon. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On play action. Now Rodgers looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the delay, Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it is incomplete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Right there, 56. Stop your whining.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Wade. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Alert, 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 alert. X3, 218, chopper. Hey, ball.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Williams to return. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6.
Watch the ship.
They try again with Cohen, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle. And the Cowboys now, they've opened things up in that one. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the 38, Rodgers. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Rodgers, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. One final try now for Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really. Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point? Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly. It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done. So for the Bears, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Day.